Reports suggest that Diddy's having a hard time locked up. He even begged a guard to take him to a prison hospital, but they denied him. Now he's trying to appear strong with these lawsuits, and his buddy JayZ is doing everything in his power to avoid any association. So let's get into it. This Diddy and JayZ situation just gets messier and messier, and it's actually pretty bizarre that it was initially the Diddy case and JayZ's kind of involved, but let's start with Diddy. He's allegedly refusing to leave his jail cell at the moment to avoid SA lawsuit. While countless lawsuits have been filed against the Bad Boy Records founder while he sits in jail awaiting trial on the trafficking charges, he's accused of delaying proceedings in 2 particular cases. Tony Busby, we've talked about him a bunch. He's this lawyer in Texas. I've asked him for an interview, but no response. Oh no. Well, he's giving us the tea and telling us that right now Diddy is refusing to leave his cell so that he cannot be served any more suits, which I didn't even know this was possible. I mean, I thought once you were in like custody, they could kind of do what they want with you, but he hasn't been shown guilty yet. He's not, actually charged. He's in this holding place where I guess he does have some rights still. And I don't know if he can just like avoid these suits, but that's what Tony says he's doing. So Busby sent this letter to Judge Abrams, which, oh my gosh, I could not imagine being the judge in this case. I need my glasses on for this one. How do you guys think it looks? Anyways, in his letter, he writes essentially that Diddy is refusing again to leave his cell to accept service. Now, I don't know exactly what this entails, but I think that Diddy is being difficult to work with. And the reason why is because there were also reports that he had a meltdown. Diddy reportedly had a meltdown at having to spend Christmas in jail. He's currently facing a slew of allegations made by as many as 300 people. Wait, 300? Like, can you imagine 300 people right now? Diddy pleaded with guards to be taken, allegedly. The Sun reported this, but I don't even feel confident. But he pleaded with guards to be taken to a prison hospital for observation Thursday, December 26th. Diddy believed he was having a breakdown and demanded to be seen by medical professionals, but guards denied his request. Now, I don't know if he is going into some psychosis. I do believe in like the Constitution and rights, and while I think Diddy is totally guilty, he has not yet been claimed guilty in court yet, so we cannot put that on him. If he's having a mental breakdown, maybe he needs to go and handle that in a secure prison hospital. I think he has that right. I don't know. Maybe comment below. I mean, honestly, after what he's done, I don't think he deserves any rights, but that's going to be decided by the judge. That's the law and order. A source close to the rapper said, with his high-powered legal team, Diddy thought he'd be out on bail by now. Spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him. He eventually managed to calm himself down with meditation. It's a technique he's been using while behind bars. It took him a few hours of deep breathing and focusing to get out of that bad space he was in, but he finally managed it. Ooh, imagine that being like potentially the rest of his life. Ooh, that sounds even worse. Like I don't know. You do the crime, you do the time. But a second source disputed these claims. I don't know who are the people he's speaking to. I think this person was probably sent to the media afterwards to reiterate that he's staying strong in prison because he doesn't want to be seen as weak. There are reports that Diddy is looking drastically thinner than previously seen. It came after he made his first appearance to the public in over 3 months at a hearing for the start of his trial. Eyewitnesses who attended the meeting said that he looked massively different in his appearance, amid growing speculation that the star is not coping well. Which I'm sure he's not coping well because, I mean, he went from living in mansions, having white parties, to now being behind bars. Quote, it's a lot different from the luxury lifestyle he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. I feel like as soon as Cassie filed her initial lawsuit, every network ran to go and make their own documentary, and Peacock is releasing one. It's called Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. It seems like it's going to go through a lot of his early life as well, some of his traumas, maybe some things that, I mean, I'm not going to say explain because they could never explain, but maybe some things that could make us understand why he's become this person. We've got a trailer for this, so let's take a quick look at that.
Sean Combs is a monster.
I want to speak about this now because I've witnessed everything. I think Sean Combs can get away with anything.
Okay, sorry. Well, copyright, you guys already know, but Netflix is supposed to be coming out with a documentary from 50 Cent, right? So when is that coming?
I've known Sean since he was 4 years old. That's my little bro.
He already knew what he wanted.
I could be your manager, just give me a chance.
I went to a lot of puffy parties. These
I mean, okay, so far it doesn't really seem like it's into the scandal yet. I mean,
were the parties that you needed exclusive access to get into.
He thought that if people fear him, they respect him.
Honestly, I didn't want to be around him unless there was cameras.
Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me. Nobody.
Interesting. I mean, I'm sure he's like, I feel like a lot of celebrities are difficult to deal with too. I mean, obviously we know way worse about him, but we haven't even gotten that deep yet.
Nobody's shooting me.
When Puff was around, it was like, uh-oh, get it together or this could be over.
You got me acting crazy in front of all these people.
Something is not right with this.
I've been with
On the darkest moments.
Sean for quite a while, and I've captured a lot of moments. Anytime the studio or any rooms is red.
Okay, here we go. Anytime a studio or any room is red, he's making love and SE. Oh, so he likes the red lights.
He's making love and sex. Some of the ones who went in the room, for sure, they were underage.
They said they could ship me off.
Some of the girls are going in the room. They were underage. Clearly, I mean, we know that now. But
And sell me to anyone.
How did this superstar music mogul become an alleged monster?
And I can show you how we
well,
have
I mean, most of Hollywood. Come on.
fun to stay out of jail too.
Ooh. Now, that is a documentary that I'm sure Diddy never wanted made about himself, and there's plenty to come. Someone who does not want to have this fate is JayZ, and he is putting his money behind his legal case. Now, initially, JayZ's lawyer argued that the allegation was too old to pursue. Now, essentially, they're saying, you know, let's not even talk about whether JayZ did it or not. Let's just agree that it's way too old to even go and pursue. So we can't go and, like, you know, even investigate it. Please, let's stop. But it seems like this judge is over JayZ, and she's over the, quote, relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and attacks, especially those towards our guy, Tony Busby.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was by JayZ and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. JayZ's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed.
But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing JayZ, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it.
As I said in the beginning of this video, this has been the Diddy case kind of becoming slightly the JayZ case, and that's like exactly what happened here. There was this filing filed by Jane Doe, we don't know her name, and then she later amended it in December to include JayZ. JayZ's lawyers arguing that the woman's claims relies on an impossible timeline in a non-existent location, which she has described as a large white residence with a U-shaped driveway. He continued, it's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true, it's false. It never happened. Now, Jaguar Wright is a person who we've spoken about before on the channel. She's made some wild claims, gotten herself in, I mean, I would say possibly some trouble. We at least know she got Piers Morgan in a little bit of trouble, but she's made a lot of claims and we've talked about her plenty on the channel. One person who does not want to be associated with her, though, is Tony Busby. Again, the guy representing a bunch of these people who are suing Diddy. Tony is currently denying that he's working with Jaguar Wright as part of his suit against JayZ. Jaguar posted a video on social media this week claiming she was the one that contacted Tony's firm. Now, Jaguar likes to keep people talking, and in this video, it does make it seem like she's working hand in hand with Tony Busby, but he wants everyone to know that's not happening. Here's a clip of what Jaguar posted on social media.
Would it be okay if one of our attorneys calls you?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea because the truth is, everything that's happening to your firm has been happening to my life for the past 15 years because of the Carters.
Right. We are somewhat familiar with everything that you've said. I know you've been online a long time.
Yes.
Talking about all of this.
Yes, trying to gain awareness.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so would it be okay if an attorney reached out and
Absolutely, we can talk.
Interesting that like they already know who Jaguar is. Like it kind of makes me seem like when Tony puts out this statement, he kind of knows her and doesn't want to lean into what she has to. I don't know. That's just my guess. My guess.
On Monday, we can talk on Monday, and you can just it was lovely speaking with you. That's the Tony Busby law firm. You're being charged with doing stuff with minors. Your alleged son, who you've been avoiding doing DNA tests for over a decade. His mother was a minor. People are coming forward from Foxy Brown's high school talking about how you regularly picked her up after school, and it was kind of a known fact that that was your chick.
I don't know. I'm here for Jaguar, right? Like I'm Team Jaguar. Jaguar has made a bunch of allegations against JayZ and Beyonce over the years, including in a recent interview with Piers Morgan, where she claimed the Carters had even more victims than Diddy. Quite a claim. Pierce ultimately had to remove that from the episode. Alex Spiro, who is JayZ's attorney, was right onto it and said that this is defamation and you guys need to issue an on-air apology to Jay and Beyonce. Now, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of times when it comes to these kind of suits, I mean, this one, granted, is getting so much attention, both Diddy and JayZ. A lot of times the rich and famous can get it all sealed, paid off, and they move silently. This is like one of the first times where, you know, even though they do have a lot of money in this game, is the money necessarily working in their favor? I mean, it seems like the judge at least is like really on it. So, you know, sending good vibes to her, protection to her and everyone involved. And, you know, just we don't need any more. I would say we don't need any more lives lost, but that's alleged, and then, you know, that's another video. But if you do want to know more about JayZ's son, I've made a video about that before. I know I've talked about it. We can maybe do an update if you guys want it, but let me know what you guys want. My email is SloanWellKnown@gmail.com, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.